Hola. Everyone say hi to Chili. Oh, Chili, back up a little. Good boy. That's Chili, he's the new love of my life. I just wanted to hop on and do a little chit chat with everybody. I'm also gonna set this down because why am I holding it? So I was just thinking the other day about how one of the biggest questions I feel like I get asked when I just have like some one-on-one time with a girlfriend and now we're just kind of shooting the shit is like, how do you manage to stay so fit? Which, thank you, I feel like I fluctuate like a mother. But it's just always something that comes up, and I feel like I never really give people the answer they're looking for, and I'm almost starting to find or feel like it's kind of interesting because I think most of the time when you ask somebody like how they stay so fit or what their tips and secrets are or whatever, I feel like you get an answer where it's kind of overwhelming, like what they're doing is super, super strict. I know for me personally, obviously it might not be the same because I'm not looking at the everyday person, but if I'm curious about how someone that I really look up to is, maintaining their body or what their diet is like or what their workout routine is like, I will go online and Google like Cameron Diaz's workout plan or Margot Robbie or J-Lo or whatever, and it's just a lot, It's like, I read J-Lo's and it seriously was like, I stopped eating any kind of bad carbs. I stopped drinking. I must work out every single day. Obviously she has a chef and I'm sure a personal trainer and whatever, all these things that I would die to have. But hers was more like super strict and along the lines of saying like, she will give up anything to make sure that she has the body that she wants, which good for her, that's awesome. I read like Margot Robbie's and hers was a little more chill. It basically was saying like, I want to be able to have a burger and have a beer when I want, and I want to also, or I can also eat carrots all day if I need to, which again, awesome. But for me, it's more about finding that place where you can be a little more consistent with it and not feel like it's completely consuming you. And so I guess my answer when I talk to people or girlfriends about it is it just takes time, first of all. Like the biggest thing is consistency. And I think at this time that we're all in right now, I think the biggest thing that we have all become very accustomed to is just getting things really quickly. So we want the quick fix and we want the thing that's gonna work the fastest and make the most dramatic, like give us the most dramatic results. I've talked to other girls who, will show me that they've eaten 600 calories a day because they have something coming up and they're like, look how good this is, I only had 600 calories. And it's unfortunate because there's a bunch of studies that show actually that when you diet really, really hard like that, what's actually happening is you're losing weight, you're probably looking thinner, but your body's burning more muscle than anything, as compared to when you're losing weight over a gradual time period, you're actually burning mainly fat and keeping your muscle, which is really important to know because when you have more muscle on your body, you automatically burn more calories throughout the day because muscle is harder for your body to maintain. So in order for your body to maintain it, it has to burn more calories, whereas fat, it's easy for fat to just sit there so your body doesn't have to work as hard to maintain it. So when you work really hard and you lose you lose weight and you gain muscle and then you crash diet and then you start to lose that muscle, it's really just hurting you, right? So my number one tip is consistency and just being okay with the fact that this isn't something that you're just supposed to do, when it comes to working out and eating clean. Like, it's not something that you're just supposed to do for a couple weeks. Like, you have to start looking at it as a lifestyle. And for me, I've gone through so many different fluctuations with my body and I've felt a certain way about my body at multiple different times. And I'd say right now, I'm probably the happiest that I've been in a really long time with my body, but it took hard work. And if you go to my website and look at my About Me, you'll see that like I did go through a phase where I was just taking Adderall. I did it for like 3 months, but for some reason it felt like I did it for forever. I think it's because the impact it had on me was really kind of gnarly. right? Because I'm like, I just want to be fit, I just want to be skinny. And so I started taking Adderall and I lost too much weight, and then I was a bitch, and then I had headaches, and then I thought that I was gonna accomplish something like every single day. I also felt like I had to be at the gym for like 4 hours. It was very, very, very unhealthy. So then getting off of that and then deciding I was gonna do things the healthy way, that was like an experience in it of itself, because my mindset was terrible. I gained all the weight back plus more. I was lazier than ever because now everything was a reality check and it was hard. But the satisfaction I have now knowing that I've done everything for years and I've done it consistently and I've done it in a way that I'm proud of, that itself just gives you so much more confidence than taking a pill or taking like the green tea pills at the checkout. I used to always get those. Or, you know, like not eating for a certain amount of time and feeling terrible about it. So I guess with that comes learning how to be consistent, and it's understanding why you want to look a certain way and why you want to lose the weight. For me, I just feel like my life kind of revolves around how I feel, and how I feel revolves around me getting into the gym and me eating clean. So if I'm going to the gym and I'm eating clean, I'm gonna feel good, and if I feel good, I'm gonna want to go socialize, I'm gonna want to clean my house, I'm going to want to create things. Whereas if I'm not going to the gym and I'm not eating clean, I'm not gonna feel good about myself, and I'm gonna wanna sit on the couch, and I'm gonna wanna drink, and I'm gonna wanna just have an excuse to be lousy and sad about everything. So that for me has been a big motivating factor, and I think it's important to have that big motivating factor in order to have that consistency. So it's seeing the upside of everything. That is super helpful for me. And aside from that, it's definitely restriction is not the way to go. I've done that, I've tried that, it does not work for me. At this point, I tell myself, you know, I'll drink on Saturdays. I think that's totally fine and cool with me. And I used to drink every single day easily. I'd have a glass of wine or two every single day, and drinks more drinks on the weekends. So now I'm like, okay, let's just reel that in a little bit. So I only drink on Saturdays, and you'll notice like by the time you don't drink for like 6 days or whatever, by the time Saturday comes around, you're totally cool with like a glass of wine. And also I learned this from my coach as far as food goes. Just really try to make 18 out of 21 of your meals throughout the week clean. Just try to do that. Like no excuses. Just know like, okay, maybe this Saturday, for example, I'm going to a pool party. I'm gonna eat what I want at the pool party. But I've known all week that I'm going to that party, and so Monday through Friday, you know, I've been like, cool, I'm just gonna eat normal all day because I know that on Saturday I'm gonna wanna go out and eat or whatever. So I think the thing is too, is just being more disciplined and planning ahead and not letting life get in the way and not letting excuses get in the way, because I just try to tell my clients like that's always going to happen. Like life is always going to happen, and there's always going to be things that want to get in your way, but you're the one that gets to decide if they do or not. I don't care if there's baby showers and weddings and parties and pool parties and beach days and families in town, like that's never gonna stop, you know what I mean? So it's like, if you want to get to where you want to get to, you have to put your foot down at some point and say like, I can't go to the family dinner tonight because I just can't. Or like, you gotta put your foot down at some point, you know what I mean? Or what you have to do, which is what I love to teach in my program, my 10-week program, is I teach you how to actually eat properly when you do go out, and plan ahead and know how to eat throughout the day when you know that you have events going on at night, especially for a lot of the clients that I have that have to go out to meetings to eat all the time. So it's kind of like, be consistent, know why you want to do it, and just stop making excuses. Those are my 3 best tips for just kind of getting the body you want and also being able to maintain it. And just know that once you get the body you want, it's so much easier to maintain than it was to get it. So just know that, like, know it does get easier. You just have to get there first. And then you also have to love yourself, because if you don't, then you're never gonna get there. Wow, solid shot straight through. I might just post this whole video as is, 11 minutes long. Hope you guys watch it. Or don't, it's okay. I might do this again. Let me know if you guys like this video. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up and give me a comment if you have any questions. And if you want to know more about the 10-week plan, you can email me at info@chelseyroshealth.com, because signups are coming soon. Okay, bye.